Alright, back here again the next day. Just going to put the face on this here now. Get the van out, get everything swept up and cleaned up, and get ready to start on the sills. I don't know what I'm doing with the sills yet. I'll decide when I have a look at them. I know there's a bit that's been cut out the far side, so that's definitely going to have to be re-welded, but I'm kind of thinking about just leaving that the way it is and just trying to save it, see how long it lasts. I don't mind changing it, I'm just saving it. I'm not trying to be cheapskate or anything. I'm just trying to save it and see how long I can make it last. You know, if it comes bubbling back in a year, granted it had to be done, but if it lasts 3 or 4 years, if I'm just doing someone's car and it saves them a heap of money, and they have the option of keeping it for 3 years and then selling it on, I want to have a test piece. I'm just going to clean up around here. Place is a fucking mess again, and I want to get the new face bolted on here so it's out of the way. I want to get the old face thrown away, make a bit of room. I'm taking a bit of time with everything here. If anyone's wondering why the fuck am I fucking about with this so much, it's just the way everything is with the coronavirus, and the NCT centres in Ireland are still shut down, so I'm having trouble testing cars and getting them sold, so everything's a bit slow. So I'm just not panicking for the next 3 or 4 months, and just taking my time on the things I like doing. Going to get this done. I can't wait starting the DAF out there, and then I have I know people probably won't be interested in this, but I have a couple of smokers I'm starting, the American style smokers for barbecuing, and I really want to get 2 or 3 of them built and sold if I can. I just priced steel today and it's a third of the price that I thought it was, so I'm going to start on that soon, because if I can sell 3 or 4 of them, I'm going to buy a CNC plasma cutter. I was pricing the ones on Extreme Plasma. I see Archifab using them, and with the steel being the price it is, it's going to go a long way to pay for one, but I have to sell 3 or 4 of them, so that's going to be another fucking 10 years down the line probably. And another thing I was looking at, I want to put a sun visor on this, and I want to put a sun visor on the DAF. I'm constantly looking at them, and they're fairly expensive, and they're hard to come by second hand for some reason. So I was half thinking about making one out of aluminium, and the price of the English wheel I was looking at is €500 delivered. It was 560 delivered, so 560, and then a sheet of aluminium would be 130. That's 700, but I get an English wheel out of it, and I'll get the 2 sun visors. So I might go that way down. It costs a bit more, but I end up with an English wheel, and that's kind of what I want. Alright, so I'm just going to pause this here and get going. So I'd stop that time lapse there. See, me had a lot of trouble with this headlight was lining up perfect. This wasn't, and it was kind of the opposite the way it was the last few days. Like, all that will move in and it'll be fine. There was a massive gap here. I mean, about that much. It was nearly an inch. It was just under an inch, and no matter what, well, you see how much movement I done there with the bonnet and everything. Just try and get it right. When I had this high, the mistake I have made here. When I had this high, I tapped it down too much, and now the fucking thing is low. But I can always bring it up a small bit. And when I welded on this front valance, whatever it is, the strain thing, the whole thing is over there that too much. So this plastic, when it goes into the clips, it's just catching the bumper here, and it's just too far that way. So I'm gonna have to do a bit of messing with this and trim a bit off this plastic, just so the bonnet doesn't catch it. But in one of the other videos, one of the earlier videos, I said I loosened this and it was putting everything off. I loosened this and I kind of pushed it over to try and get it, but I had to loosen that one. That is bolted here, so this headlight didn't move. So when I loosened this and I pushed it, it squeezed everything in a small bit. There's loads of adjustment on this with all that, but it's just closing up perfect now. So what I'm going to do is, like, that line there is lovely. It's fairly good. I'm not going to get any better now because I'm taking the whole thing off to paint it again anyway, you know. So I'm quite happy with that. I think that's kind of the way I'd like it, just like that. Alright, so I'm just going to bolt everything down here quick. I'll put this back on time lapse again. Starting the sills here. This all seems... Normally you'd be able to push the kind of edge of the screwdriver through it, but it all seems actually really solid well so far. Shouldn't have said that because... Thought this blacker stuff here might be worse, but it doesn't seem to be. What I'm going to do here now is I'm going to get the wire wheel. I'm going to scrub all this. Just see what it comes up like, because if it's fine, I'm going to leave it. What's happening inside is I'm taking the whole interior out. So I done it on the last van I done. I power washed everything. I even washed, I took the dash out because it's not that hard to take out. And I washed in behind the dash just to get all the fucking smells out of it. Because I have to take the roof liner off for... the roof is all rusted, and I actually think there's a couple of holes in it. So I'm going to do that anyway, and then I can power wash everything. So I'm going to start here, just see, because if this just needs to be cleaned, treat it, and then see how it goes after that. Because I'm looking forward to see does it just Ferritan and good epoxy, good primer and stuff will sort it. I'm using this black. I used the blue one before. I don't know if it was on one of the videos. If the blue one is way stronger than this. I used this black one just for a second on some of the panels, and it's worn away. This was new when I got it. And the blue one is way better, but I'm going to use this black one just to see what it's like. Because once it wears out, I won't be buying another black one again because they're just too soft. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the wire wheel. That's even struggling to get the paint off. Anyone that never used these before, make sure you wear safety glasses, because a piece of this flew off yesterday, hit me right on the cheek and cut my cheek. It was fucking sore. I do think this is from just this being brushed from stuff like brushes and stones, because I'm down to the undercoat here. This isn't rotten here at the bottom, and this would be the first place that I go on the bottom if it was rusting from the inside, because the water would be sitting there and it'd rust up that way. That makes sense. You can see there, that's all pitted, but it's coming out clean steel with that wire wheel. I'm going to keep at that lower stuff here, because if that comes out all like that, I know I'm going to fucking jinx myself saying this, but all I'm going to do here is convert it and then etch prime it. I put on a few coats of high build primer on it, just sand it down. But if I meet something here, I'll fix it. Right, back to my Ferritan. How this works. That smells worse than I thought. I remember. Alright, leave that now for I'll leave it till tomorrow actually. Be interesting here. There's a big spider web there somewhere of rust. It's not there now. I thought I ground it away. When I put this on, it shows up with the bits that you missed. There's a tiny spot there that I thought I got. That was rust. That will bubble up again later on in a couple of years. But I think that's going to be fine for now. So anyone watching these videos who don't watch my videos from kind of now on, once the transit's done, or if you just came on here because I tagged this video as doing sills in a transit, I'm sorry if you thought I was cutting them out, because that's what I was going to do until I realised this one could be saved. But if you have any interest in it, I will tag another video. If this goes bad in 6 months, a year, or 3 years, I'll do a video and I'll show exactly what happened. And it'll be interesting to use this video as a reference. So wherever it bubbles up, I'll take it off and we'll see how far that's spread again. But my plan is to get in behind here with like a beeswax and just spray the whole inside of this channel. So I'm just going to move over to the other side now. I'm actually going to leave that probably till tomorrow. And I'm going to read the instructions. Do I have to leave it 24 hours? Because I'd like to get it sprayed. And I'm going to put thick primer on it. So I think I don't need etch primer now. So I think I can go with high build primer. But I'm just going to look it up first to make sure. Just fill in all the pitting. And I can sand it down. And that's ready for paint. This yoke is ready for paint soon now. I think the roof actually is going to be the hardest bit. Alright, move over to the next side. This side actually looks cleaner. I'm going to be doing the same here. I'm not going to be replacing any of these, I don't think. I did put my finger in a fucking hole here the last day. And there. Oh, I actually put my finger through it. There. So my plan, what am I going to do here? Actually, I'm going to clean all this outside first here. Get Vertan on it so the two of them are the same. And then I'm going to tackle this. I'm pulling the interior out anyway, so I might just pull the whole interior up before I do this. I'll get this video uploaded in. Like and subscribe if you're liking these videos, and it will actually be interesting to come back and see, does this Vertan actually work. I'm not going to record the rest of this bit here. I'll just if I come across a problem, I'll record it and I'll come back at the end just to show you what it looks like. This all up here, it's actually better than the other side. I thought I was getting away with it until I came back here and put a pinhole there. So my plan is just take that out, and then I took that out and a big fucking hole there. It would not have, I did not see that it was covered in that whatever that stuff was. Somebody put it on. It's probably seam sealer, and there's a spot well just there that's bubbled up. This is in the back corner under the seat belt here, so I'm guessing just water got in. Oh, it's just the roof is leaking. Water got in and sat in here. So I'm not actually going to weld this tonight. I'm going to leave it till I get the interior out so I can see down into it. When I cut this out and I stitch this up, I want to be able to pour water and stuff down into it. I actually think there's foam and stuff in there as well, like a sponge. So I just want to get everything cleaned out before I do that. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to go over all that with this. I'm going to Vertan all that back because I can't believe that's good. And I'm going to leave it there till tonight. I'll come out tomorrow and strip the interior. That'll be my first job in the morning. Alright, I'm going to leave it there for a second and I'll just come back when I'm Vertan it. Yeah, hit the like and subscribe if you can. I know I keep saying it, but I kept forgetting to say it through all the other videos. Once I started saying it, the subscribers started going up a small bit. A couple of likes. Alright. You're going to Vertan the bits I'm taking out. For no real reason. Better read the instructions as well. See how long to leave this so I get again. So I think this Ferritan is better for jobs like this instead of what I done. I coated the whole fucking body. That is that. I'll leave that there till tomorrow. See you tomorrow.